The story so far. Shanna and the others gathered on the Durandal at Yuli's request, where she outlined Elsa's rescue. She was currently trapped inside a hypersphere. The plan to seal Cosmos, a vital element for the rescue, was put into place. The group prepared themselves to infiltrate the Consolidated Advanced Technology Testing Ground. Led by Miyuki, the group set out for the Vector Research Wing, where Cosmos sleeps. Current objective: head to the Vector Research Wing, where Cosmos sleeps. Alright. Database. I guess we'll just start from the top. Albie. The miniature albino dog that Junior began to keep on the bridge of the Durandal after the death of Albedo. He's an albino, so he's Albie, is the reason Junior gave him the name, even though it suggests lingering thoughts of Albedo. The dog is very friendly towards Junior and Shion, but suddenly continues to dislike Guinan. Abel. The boy confined within the Consolidated Advanced Technology Testing Ground, where the Zohar project is being conducted. He is the exclusive pilot of Omega, but the chain of events leading up to that are veiled in mystery. Afflicted with a psychological condition akin to autism, he is unable to communicate normally and is able to achieve the partial transmission of his will only through the use of the same human support system used to communicate with Sakura. Alan Ridgely. Former Vice Chief of Vector Industries' First R&D Division's Cosmos Project, Joint Operations System Development. Joined Vector's First R&D Division in TC 4764 after graduating from the University of Bormio. While 2 years older than the former Chief Shion Uzuki, he is 1 year her junior at Vector. Acting as Vice Chief for the duration of Shion's time at Vector, he continually supported Shion and garnered her trust and that of his subordinates with his diligent work ethics. The term simple and honest described this affable young man perfectly. He was appointed R&D chief after Shion's departure from Vector and was sent to 5th Jerusalem. He cares for Shion, but due to past events concerning Shion and her former love, Kevin Winnicott, and his own personal insecurities regarding Kevin, he does not often express his thoughts and emotions. His family appears to be quite wealthy, but he prefers to avoid relying on them. His hobby is fishing. I did not know that. Wilhelm. Founder and CEO of interplanetary conglomerate Vector Industries, having created the UMN, a giant network unifying all of space and built facilities for hyperspace navigation. The company has become the de facto nucleus of all civilization, with a firm grasp of all the latest technology. Once the Galaxy Federation Executive Committee Director, his origins and personal history are shrouded in mystery. Furthermore, in addition to his official role, he commands a secret order of cloaked figures known as Testaments, attempting to meddle with destinies of Shion, Cosmos, and the others. The only ones to understand Wilhelm's fixation with Shion and Cosmos, his purpose and motivations are the Testaments, and even they may only not truly understand his plans. Supposedly, his office is constantly filled with the music of Wagner. Calling Chaos Yeshua, and regarding the movement of the compass of order and chaos, he plots to change the very shape of the world. So Joshua could be translated to Josh, which also could be translated to technically Jesus. So just saying here. Bunny, a caricature of a rabbit, well known across all regions of the galaxy, is said to be originally the creation of a children's book author from the planet Tessadora in the TC 4630s, but the facts are uncertain. As a result of the character's ambiguous copyright status, a variety of industries have used his cuteness to sell merchandise, creating a massive wealth. The character is just as popular even now in the latter half of the TC 4700s. Toy store franchises like Toys Universe have introduced original variations on the character. In addition to selling the original design, Shion has been a huge fan since childhood and uses it as the procurator for her connection gear. Voyager, a follower of Wilhelm. He appeared before Shion and the others several times as a testament. He is thought to share some connection with Ziggy. Orgilla, Ormus Patriarch Sergius the 17th personal battle cyborg. Originally a specialized cyborg used in UMN transfer experiments, an accident during an experiment led to dissociative identity disorder. Yeesh. yielding split personalities. After subsequent adjustments, she became a battle cyborg in the Patriarch's personal guard, a role well suited to her aggressive personality. Usually the owner of a calm and obedient personality, her aggressive personality is forced awake upon entering battle, where she becomes a berserker. Testament Blue. Hmm? Everybody, I thought I saw something over here. Okay, I saw this same shit. I still have you up. Alright. A blue-cloaked follower of Wilhelm. He appears before Shion and the others several times as a testament. Louis Virgil's testament form. See Louis Virgil. Testament Red. A red-cloaked follower of Wilhelm. He constantly monitors Shion and Cosmos as a testament under Wilhelm's direct order. Testament Black. A black-cloaked follower of Wilhelm. He appears before Shion and the others several times as a testament. Ziggy's calling him Voyager suggests that the two shared some connection in the past. Testament White. A white-cloaked follower of Wilhelm. He was made at a testament by Wilhelm after a space-time anomaly in Miltian space. The details starting are unknown. Bullshit. We have a good idea who the hell that is. Guinan Kukai. Representative Trustee of the Galaxy Federation Miltian Autonomous State. Special Foundation. The Kukai Foundation. Like Junior, he is a survivor of the URTV, Udu Retrovirus, force that was created to combat Udu. Named for the alchemical process of blackening as put forth in Suji Jung's Psychology and Alchemy, URTV Unit Number 669, a variant possessing the name Negredo, Pitch Black. Presently, hiding his identity as a URTV, he fills the role of representative trustee for the Kukai Foundation along with Junior. Black-haired with dark green eyes, calm in personality, he shoulders the trust and expectations of the Foundation members and holds powerful political influence. He was lauded for his defense and unification of victims prior to the enactment of the Species Preservation Act. He possesses the power to control the thoughts of others and the power of hypnotic suggestion. He interferes with a person's consciousness, using his voice as a medium. Oh, damn, that is something. If Junior is the practical controlling force behind the Kukai Foundation activities, it can be said that Guinan is the political force. It is through the combined efforts of them both that the Kukai Foundation continues existence is made possible. Without either, it would fail. Taken in by Helmer after the Miltian conflict, Guinan inherited the name of Zozi Kukai upon establishment of the Foundation. Incidentally, Zozi Kukai is the name of a fictitious industrialist invented by the Second Miltian government in order to pool special activities capital. Unlike the other URTVs, Guinan was not programmed to react to Udu waveforms. His true role was to act as a failsafe in the event that a powerful variant went berserk, specifically the elimination of Junior. Furthermore, Dmitry Yuriev planned to extend his own life by transplanting his psyche into Guinan, due to Guinan's special power. After his body was taken over by Dmitry, Guinan was forced to work towards Dmitry's goals regardless of his own will. Catherine, one of the special type of Realian manufactured by Joachim Mizrahi, addressed by nickname Hey. Manufactured by order of Sergius XVII, according to concrete data taken from the Fibronia that was tuned and used as the core of a system to control Udu. Fibronia refers to her as her little sister, but Realians possess neither blood relatives nor the concept of parents or siblings. Strictly speaking, she's actually Fibronia's clone. Okay. Fibronia asks Shion to release their consciousness from the dual bonds of humanity and Udu. She hopes for the release of all Realians' consciousness. Once we read that one. Nickname for Catherine, younger sister of Fibronia. See Catherine. Already did that. Patriarch. highest authority in the Ormus religious society, and sovereign of the immigrant fleet. His name is Sergius XVII. Those who hold the position of patriarch within Ormus, the core of the immigrant fleet, are the protectors of the Zohar. They usually possess the ability to link with the Zohar and draw out a portion of its power. So this can be said of all the people of Zohar who protected the Zohar during the evacuation of Earth. Due to the thinning of the bloodline over the ages, very few people retain this ability, even within Ormus. He planned to monopolize control of the original Zohar, sleeping within Old Miltia in the hopes of solidifying the immigrant fleet's superiority over the Galaxy Federation. This was likely the result of both the historical background of the Federation's oppression and exploitation of the immigrant fleet as a minority, and the connection held by Sergius XIV with Federation Salvatores. Sergius controlled the military of the Old Miltian bureaucracy, which was largely comprised of fleet immigrants. He moved the Mizrahi Cerebral Sciences Research Center, a division of the Federation Zohar Research Organization, from Planet Mictum to Old Miltia, renaming it the UTIC Organization, and placing it under Professor Mizrahi's administration. Top secret anti-Federation plans were developed behind the scene there. Wilhelm's actions as Ministry Cabinet Chair lay behind the fact that the Federation cast a blind eye upon the establishment of the UTIC organization. He activated Proto-Omega on Old Miltia, but it was destroyed by a testament. Kirschwasser, the general term for the observational reality is constructed by Professor Joachim Mizrahi in order to collect data to use for Momo's development. Kirschwasser is also the term for cherry brandy. Broadly interpreted, both Momo and the Kirschwassers are realities which Professor Mizrahi built for the sake of his daughter Sakura. The circumstances surrounding their construction, however, are visibly quite different. Momo is the entity closest to Sakura and was born complete. The Kirschwassers, on the other hand, were merely tools of the experiment, made so that Momo could be completed, and then to be disposed of. To the Kirschwassers, Momo is a subject of both admiration and envy. That is not necessarily to say that many of the Kirschwassers that traveled with Albedo felt jealous of Momo. The reason the Kirschwassers never left Albedo's side, no matter how harshly he treated them, was because of a strong resonance with the close, yet untouchable, existence in Albedo's life, and the feeling similar to unconditional love that it inspired. Jesus Christ, if that was unconditional love. Grimoire Verum, the former chief of Vector's Zohar research department, and was the one responsible for causing the Zohar to go berserk thousands of years ago. Destroying Lost Jerusalem. 6 months ago, he brought about the Gnosis terrorism. He went into hiding within the UMN, sending Gnosis under his control to attack the capital cities of various planets, and ultimately died within the UMN. Though his crimes are officially listed as the work of an individual, he was in Vector's custody prior to their occurrence. Furthermore, the fact that Grimoire summoned and controlled Gnosis in an area under special Vector control, the S Division, motivated Shion Uzuki to think that Vector and the UMN might be connected with the Gnosis phenomenon, and to begin her investigation along with Skintia. Although many details behind the Gnosis terrorism were lost with Grimoire's death, such as his motive and goal, one source suggests that he likely shared a deep connection with the girl known as Nephilim, and that the Gnosis terrorism was part of a research for her. Vector has denied any and all connection to Grimoire or the Gnosis terrorism, and to this day refused to comment on the events. Chaos. A slight boy with an expression perpetually brimming with sorrow and a far-sighted and philosophical manner of speech. Distinguished by his transparent eyes and silver hair, he refuses to mention anything of his past beyond his name, his personal history, and even the question of whether he remembers it himself are shrouded in mystery. It seems as though he has spent a great deal of time with Captain Matthews and his crew, and has earned their trust. Kevin Winnicott, here we go. Getting to the juicy bit. Central figure to the Cosmos Project, Joint Operation Shion's superior and former lover. A man of great brilliance with a bright future ahead of him until he was killed protecting Shion during an accident in which the archetype went berserk during an activation test. After his death, Shion continued his work, taking the development of Cosmos into her own hands. Though generally a gentle young man who inspired trust in his subordinate, his expression was occasionally darkly clouded. Cosmos archetype. In Jungian psychology, the archetype is the portion of the mind which is passed on hereditarily. It is said to be the model upon which the unconscious, instinctive workings of the mind are structured. In the story, the name is given to the prototype of Cosmos designed by Kevin. Test type. The frame put together by Shion and the others after transplanting the core module of the partially destroyed archetype into a spare frame. Kristen, Cosmos version 1. Partially in order to shake off memories of the incident when the archetype went out of control. The exterior of this model's design was much closer to that of a human body. Several monitoring sensors were installed inside the body to record real-world data. Cosmos Combat Frame. Frame created by the 2nd R&D Division on 2nd Miltia during the Cosmos OS tests. Vector staff refers to it as version 2. In order to shield her internal organs from shocks delivered to the outer body during combat, her body was filled with fluorescent blue anti-G gel. The Hilbert emission device, which had taken the form of a visor in version 1, was miniaturized and installed into her forehead. Her body was designed with the implementation of the tertiary weapon system in mind. Its resilience was increased dramatically. Cosmos. A female-shaped battle android developed by the interplanetary conglomerate Vector Industries. A being created entirely from mechanical parts exceptionally rare in this era of advanced reality technology. In all matters, she places priority on the 3 fundamentals of logic, efficiency, and duty, and she protects her creator Shion unconditionally. She is equipped with an artificial personality OS, in hopes of facilitating smooth communication with others. Oh, there it is. Sorry. And her tone is that of an android subservient to humans. But she is actually just prioritizing logic and efficiency. However, she can often be difficult to handle. Cosmos is the term applied to the entire Anti-Gnosis combat system, as it stands for Cosmos Obey Strategical Multiple Operations System. Or would that be Cosmos? Cosmos Obey Strategical Multiple Operations System? Hard to say. She currently uses the cutting-edge version 3 body, complete with multiple upgrades based on battle data gathered from version 2. While basic construction is the same as in version 2, the latest parts have been implemented in the primary armor, frame, and drive system, yielding a pronounced increase in battle capabilities. Sakura Mizrahi. I swore I saw something. The daughter of Joachim Mizrahi and Yuli, upon whom Momo was modeled. Suffering from a congenital brain defect, she was unable to speak or communicate her feelings in the real world. While staring at the Yuriev Institute for treatment, she met Rubido, who was in the middle of an anti-Udu training. After showing Rubido and Albedo a meaning to their lives, beyond that of weapons fated to eventually disappear, she entrusted to them her younger sister, who would later be born, a new consciousness named Momo, and passed away. Shelley Goodwin. A mutant born through life recycling, secretary to Guinan Kutai and the Durandal's operator. She administrates the workings of the ship according to Junior's order. An intelligent woman with cool-headed and precise judgment, practically a sister to Mary who shares her origin. She is able to communicate telepathically with Mary via interlink. Originally an illegal test subject at a pharmaceutical company, she and Mary now reside within Kukai Foundation after being taken in by Guinan. Former chief of the... Did we read her? I think we did. Ziggy! After his death in the line of duty in TC-4667 at the age of 30, his remains were donated for body augmentation. He resumed his post 2 years later as a battle cyborg, His current position is Contact Subcommittee member Julie Mizrahi. His name in life was Jan Sauer. Ziggurat 8. The model number of Ziggy's body and the general name for Ziggurat Industries. One second. Type 8 model battle cyborg. Different from the consumer models, this body was designed specifically for law enforcement use and features exceptional nerve impulse reaction speed, resilience, and resistances to bullets. Of course, special machinery is required for its maintenance, and upkeep costs are considerable. Though Ziggurat Industries has long since closed their now obsolete production lines in this era of the Galaxy Federation's Realian technology, the individual combat and defense capabilities of cyborgs still trump those of combat Realians. And Ziggurat Industries supposedly still supplies replacement parts to official organizations that continue to choose their product. Ziggurat Type 8 models typically transfer their neural infrastructure from a Realian-based body they inhabit while off duty into their cyborg body when deployed on a mission. Ziggy, however, remains in his Type 8 body at all times out of personal preference and does not require a Realian-based body. URTV Unit Number 668, a female-type variant in the 668th URTV created by Dmitry Yuriev. Okay, I'm hoping for more. Jan Sauer. Please, real life name. Junior, here we go. Nice big chunk. A survivor of the URTV is a special group of people created based on data collected from Udu, the disincarnate entity that threatened the Galaxy Federation in the past. In order to be its anti-existence, his official name is URTV Unit Number 666 Rubido. He was born from the same embryo as URTV Unit Number 667 Albedo. He has the ability to activate the special anti-waveform mode Red Dragon, which causes mutual destruction upon contact with Udu. In order to contain that dual-edged power, Junior has half-substantially halted the development of his own body. However, as this mutual destruction extends only to Junior and the observational terminal part of Udu, from a cost-benefit perspective, his powers cannot be called a complete anti-Udu solution. Yeah, no shit. Jin Uzuki, former captain of the Galaxy Federation Special Ops Intelligence Bureau, older brother of Shion. While in the military, he was ranked directly under Margulis and was Pelagri's superior. He and Margulis both learned swordsmanship under Jin's grandfather, Oga Uzuki. After becoming aware of Margulis' treachery during the Miltian conflict, Jin began his own secret information activities under then Lieutenant General Helmer. His relationship with Chaos also began during this period. Suo Uzuki, Supervisor for the Federation Special Inspection Office of Advanced Technology. Jesus Christ. Department of Energy. Father of Shion and Jin, Supervisor for the Federation Government, who was sent to monitor the UTIC organization. Despite officially being a government-established body, the large concentration of former citizens of the immigrant fleet amongst its staff provoked all the fears of the Federation. Scott, a young man originally from planet Breza, originally only listed as visiting the Kukai Foundation out of his interest in Lost Jerusalem-era antiques, he found it so comfortable there that he stayed on. Later finding a kindred spirit in an elderly man at the Iron Man Bar, he moved in at the Robot Academy and now works night and day at the elderly professor's assistant, researching giant robots. Huge fan of liquor, despite his reserved appearance. Oh, that's cool. Cecilia, one of a special type of Realian manufactured by Yohiki Mizrahi, addressed by the nickname Cecily. Manufactured by order of Sergius the 17th, according to concrete data taken from Fabronia, that was tuned and used as the core of a system to control Udu. Fabronia refers to her as her little sister, but Realians possess neither blood relatives, like a clone, and the same ending as the previous person. Cecily Sellers, here we go. a colleague of Joachim, who participated alongside him in the UTIC organization's Zohar research. He feels an obsessive sense of rivalry towards Joachim. Presently works on the development of an interstellar strategic integrated weapons system under Dmitry Yuriev, a man perpetually fixated on surpassing the heights reached by Joachim Mizrahi. The Ormus Patriarch, Sergius XVII. Though he overwhelmed Shion and the others on Miltia by using Proto-Omega, his existence was obliterated by the Testaments. Dmitry Yuriev, former Galaxy Federation Parliament member and donor of the genes used in URTVs like Junior and Guinan, quite influential during his time. Parliament. He retains many connections within the Federation to this day. Though said to have died prior to the Miltian conflict, he stepped back onto the public stage at the time of the Ormus-caused space-time anomaly in Miltian space. An ambitious man and a schemer. He operates a private research facility, the Yuriev Institute. After his awakening, he takes control of the Salvator faction in Parliament, as well as military forces, and moves to secure the Zohar. Currently possessing the body of URTV survivor Guinan Kuka, he grips the reins of the Zohar project. Telos, the cutting-edge anti-Gnosis battle weapon hurriedly posted to the Zohar project designed by Roth Mantell. Although officially underdeveloped by the up-and-coming business Ganador, many of the details surrounding the company's backing remain unclear. In exchange for technological feedback, Vector allowed the company to participate in the Cosmos project. The name Telos is derived from the ancient Greek word for the ultimate state of being or limitless power. We read Doctus. Tony! Helmsman of the Kukai Foundation and a civilian cargo and passenger spaceship Elsa. While gentlemanly in appearance, his personality visibly shifts to that of a daredevil once he grips the helm. He's a childhood friend of Hammer, the Navigator. Nonetheless, his self-labeled best in space piloting technique really is top class, and has gotten the Elsa through countless dangerous situations in the past. Despite his gruff way of speaking and other roguish tendencies, his good nature and constant consideration for others inspire trust in everyone around him. He exhibits a belief in the supernatural by his exaggerated respect for the dead and his habit of chanting Our Father who art in heaven when in a pinch. An unrivaled womanizer.